for the warm welcome. I have a screw in my mouth because I have a fake tooth, if you guys want to see. Yeah. I'm going to show you whether you said yes or not.
Oh boy.
It's fun. And I was excited to have the screw in my mouth. I was excited to go through our airport security because I thought I was going to set the alarms off. Though apparently it's not enough metal, so it was like super awkward when I tried to sneak my gun through. From Chicago, you know. I like New York though. I heard the stereotype that New York people are like mean. It's not true. I was walking on the street and somebody like tapped me on the shoulder and I'm like, who? What? Like I was freaked out a little bit. But they had handed me my phone that I had dropped a block earlier, so I felt like a dick. That's mean. I like to go dancing. It's a fun time, but I don't like how men at bars will feel like they have the right to like touch girls when they're walking past, you know, so touching me without touching my heart first. So unfair. So I went to a gay bar thinking that it'd be a safe space. Boy, was I wrong. This girl went past, and you know how girls like do that little pinch, like they're, you know, they do the me. Well, she me'd all over my waist. It's disgusting. I had to clean it up afterwards. Yeah, I'm not safe anywhere, I guess. But I try to look for like an asexual space to go. I went to Starbucks. That worked out pretty well. Second in line was a sports bar, because the guys don't care about women there. They're right past you. I'm, yeah, that's dumb. I like women. Also not something I planned to say. But I do hope my sister dies before me. Because she posts the ugliest photos of me. So I know that Instagram obituary is going to be awful. And I never understood why people post for when people pass away until Liam Payne died recently. Horrible. And the other One Direction members posted these heartfelt messages online. And it brought me to tears because One Direction raised me. One Direction gave me the talk. And what I mean by this is I got my sex ed from steamy fan fiction. And one of the chapters ended with, and he released his warmth into her. That's when I found out that they pee in us. I went to Catholic grade school, if you couldn't tell. They skipped a few chapters. And we had uniforms in Catholic school, so the girls had to wear collared shirts, plaid skirts, and knee-high socks. We also had a pretty strict dress code. We couldn't have more than 2 piercings or dye your hair. And my friend had dipped her hair in Kool-Aid when that was a trend. You guys remember that crazy time? And so when she went to school the next day, the teacher had put their hand on her shoulder and brought her outside the classroom. And I never saw or heard from her again. And the guys had to be circumcised. They checked, too. When I first did that joke, I mixed up the word circumcised and castrated. But if all the boys were castrated, I don't think that they would let them into Catholic school. Because what would the clergy do with them? Any single people in the audience? Hey, yeah, cool. I'm single. I'm so single. I only have sex dreams about myself. I went to bed last night fully clothed and I woke up with my shirt off. I don't know what happened. And it kind of pissed me off, honestly, because last night I was like, Natalie, I'm not in the mood. Fucking perv. But I'm getting out there, you know. I went home with a boy last weekend. Hey. Thank you. He had 2 dogs. And I would have put out, I really would have. But when we got to his room, I saw that he had an unbuilt Star Wars Lego set. I couldn't help myself. I had to see what his hands could really do. Not type, apparently, because he ghosted me. I hate bringing my joke book out in public because I feel like strangers are just going to think I'm writing about my feelings. So embarrassing. But not nearly as embarrassing as when I went to Walgreens last week and I was picking up, a prescription, and the pharmacist was like, what are you here for? And I said, I'm here to pick up, I have a prescription for yeast infection. And she's like, what was that? I couldn't hear you. I want the medication for a yeast infection. What, a yeast infection? I am, the demise is all my fault. I'm a victim of my own bad decisions. I didn't pee after the Lego set. That's what I'm trying to say. Anne Frank, you don't know her. She lived during the German occupation of the Netherlands with her Jewish family in an annex. An annex is a secret extension of a building. I live in a studio apartment that says storage room on the door. Bit similar. We got a lot in common, me and Anne Frank. We both had journals at the age of 13. So we're gonna play a game. I'm gonna give you a quote, and you're gonna guess who the author was. Okay, you guys ready? Yeah! Cool, okay. Look at how a single candle can both defy and define the darkness. Any guesses? Okay, good, that was a softball, okay. Next quote. It's Niall Horan's B-Day today, writing Niler on my wrist. You guys guess who wrote that? Wow, you guys are good at this game. Do not think of today's failures, but of tomorrow's successes. Oh, I'm going to sound Keller, actually. I got them mixed up as a child. Catholic grade school education, baby. Yeah, maybe someday you guys will mix me up in there. Oh, thanks, guys. It's been awesome. I'm Natalie.